You know what? I freaking threw the green screeny thingy over for like thumbnail thingy, and you know what? I'm just leaving it there because I don't feel like moving the shit. That being said, another one from Discord. Discord. Link in the description box down below if you give a shit. So from the YouTube requests. Wait, where was this? Am I going senile again? Where'd it go? Oh, there it is. From JDSLC420. You know what? Before I jump into it, if I seem absolutely just cantankerous, okay, choleric in a way, um, y'all can thank the world and the universe for consistently screwing with me for no goddamn reason all the time. So, I'm angry. So what? Hopefully you send me something that makes me not so sad. Alright, so thank you JDSLC420 for the recommendation and for the request. Bring Me the Horizon. I actually liked some of what Bring Me the Horizon has done. So, or at least what I remember of it. Because I pick and choose stuff. I don't just listen to everything. Um, Bring Me the Horizon. Doomed. MAPHRA vocal cover. I don't know what MAPHRA. Oh, wait. MAPHRA is this. Okay, is it like a new band or something? I might like it. We'll actually, you know what? I'll hold off on liking. I don't know if I will or not. I'm not sure. All right, so I'm not ready. If I don't like it, I'm going to be real pissed. Let's jump in.
Cut off my wings and come lock me up. Just pull the plug, yeah, I've had enough. Tear me to pieces, sell me for parts. You're all vampires, so here you can have my heart. You can have my heart. You can have my heart. The walls of hero, a room of ghosts. No hand of movement, no sign of pulse. Only an echo, just getting bored. They kick the chair, but we uptight the room. You can have my heart. You can have my heart. So come rain on my parade, 'cause I wanna feel it. Come shove me over the edge, 'cause my head is in overdrive. I'm sorry, but it's too late, and it's not worth saving. So come rain on my parade. I think we're doomed. I think we're doomed, and now there's no way back.
Bob! Okay, yeah. You know what? You got me. You got me. All right, JD. You got me. You got, you got me. I like it. I like it. I do. All right? I do. Even though, okay, I see the nose ring theory is fully in force. Okay, I'm going to try to ignore that as hard as I can for the sake of the fact that I love the music. All right? So you caught me on this one, all right, JD? You got me. Mood elevated. Let's. Mood made better. Let's go. By the way, I got. Goddamn, bub. So I used to be one of those who hated like the. When I was much younger, of course. We're talking fug. 30. Wait. No. Closer to 20 ish years ago. 20 ish. Like it's in the 2000s, all this stuff came out, kind of. Like 2010s, kind of, sort of. That was like the era of all this stuff coming out. And I used to be like, oh, that shit's yuck, it's gay, and like, these Metallica, Alice in Chains, all that. I was music from like I grew up on music from like the 70s to the 90s ish, right? And then when I heard about all this like screamo and emo scene, whatever stuff, peripherals, shit, whatever, call it whatever you will, I don't care. I was like, yuck. I listen to real shit. I'm a real man. And then, battle buddy of mine, we were, oh no, we were in Afghanistan. And, my combat vets will know what I'm talking about. In the comm system, right inside the VIX, you can splice the wires, that connect from your musical player device or your MP3 player or cassette player or your your Walkman or whatever you had with you at the time. And you could wrap them in to the actual headset, actual headsets, and plug that in to the VIX comm systems. And if you wanted to, you could even broadcast it across channels if you were safe enough, right? Or you're cruising to go find a bruising, if you know what I mean. And he introduced me to guys like this, right? Which is like bringing me the horizon. I wrestled a bear once was another one, I believe. I think it was I wrestled a bear, or was it I wrestled a bear once? Some shit like that, and all these other bands. But he selected very carefully songs, right? He curated it perfectly. But dude, I miss you. I know you're up there. Trying to give a good word to God on my behalf. I appreciate it, but I'm probably going to hell. But there's plenty of bad people down there I want to torture. So maybe hold off on, talking God's ear off about me, all right? Rest in peace, brother. But he introduced me to all this shit on plenty of missions. And you know what? I kind of grew to like it. And then, these decades later, now I am a fan. Now it's part of my plethora of music I'll listen to. So, yes, there's a little quick short snippet of Old Man Head, retiree, of why I actually kind of like this music. So let's go.
You must have made some kind of mistake. I asked for death, but instead I'm awake. The devil told me no room for cheats. I thought I'd sold my soul, but he kept the receipt. You can have my heart. So leave a light on. I'm coming home. It's getting darker, but I'll carry on. The sun don't shine bright, it never did. And when it rains, it fucking pours, but I think I like it. And you know that I'm in love with the mess. I think I like it. So come rain on my parade, 'cause I wanna feel it. Come shove me over the edge, 'cause my head is in overdrive. I'm sorry, but it's too late, and it's not worth saving. So come rain on my parade. I think we're doomed. I think we're doomed. No, there's no way back. I think we're doomed. I think we're doomed. No, there's no way back. saving, so come rain on my parade. I think we're doomed. I think we're doomed. And no, there's no way back.
God damn, I love it. Love it. Love it. JD, thank you. Thank you, dude. Thank you. You've made me feel a little bit better. All right, you made me feel that. The trouble is, there's so much music that I forget about, that I forget exists. All right, I'm only maybe decades away from sunsetting, if people know what that means. All right, I've had strokes. Apparently, I had an aneurysm recently, probably, maybe, or a dissection or something. They don't know. The shadows in my skull, they couldn't figure out what they were. So, for all I know, I'm somewhere between dying and immortal. So, so I forget about a lot of stuff. But this triggered memories. Good ones. Good ones. Good memories. Because some of the best times of my whole existence was overseas with the boys, listening to whatever noise, would help us pass the time until the next fight. Until the next time we got to put those evil terrorist bastards into the dirt and shit on their whole evil culture. Unfortunately, a good amount of the guys from back then are all gone. And yet here I remain, almost alone. Anyway, good memories. Good memories, good song, good music. You know what? I ain't got much of shit to say about the lyrics of the song itself because, well, how I felt about it was expressed on camera. You be the judge of what that is. But thank you, JD. I appreciate it. This was good. Even though she's got a nose ring, all right. Nose ring theory's real, bub. All right. Despite all that, I mean, I can separate art from the artist. Hopefully, hopefully this just is like, that, what's that dude's name? The Goth Daddy dude or whatever who's on the internet somewhere, Jake Monroe or whatever. Hopefully she's like a female Jake Monroe and not just a typical Western female. But still, the music is great. Music is great. I love this. That being said, recommendation request from JDSLC420 on the Discord. Links are in the description box down below, including a link for this. Bring Me the Horizon Doomed MAPHRA vocal cover. I like it. I like it. That being said, you let me know what are you thinking in the comments down below. All right, you know what time it is. Be good. Be safe. Make your life for yourselves. And I'll see y'all in the next one. I'm Badger7 Actual, the formerly almost veteran. Blast Cat Badger out.